McKay. He's got a plethora of options. Could have gone short. He goes long for McKay, who takes the mark.
Silvani to McKay.
He's able to sneak out the back on McGovern, who was trying to play very attacking in front of him.
The 20-year-old in his third game from Warragul. They've been waiting, the Blues, for him to get into the team this year, and he sneaks that home for a major.
A fraction today. Good composure here by Jack Silvani, who stepped Shepherd. Could have given it to Dow ahead, but he summed up the situation beautifully. Saw that McGovern was playing a fair way in front. Good finish. Well done.
So this has been a wonderful quarter for Carlton. 16.5 minutes gone, and now Carlton have got it. Picked up by Fisher. Long kick. They're going to hit the front, the Blues.
His third of his career, been a little bit underdone over the
For two in a row to put the Blues in front of the MCG, and Carlton hit the front.
Around the contest has been better than West Coast. Quickly get it back inside foot. 50, got even numbers, probably more numbers than West Coast. Harry McKay, the young star bursting on the scene. We know how good Charlie Curnow is going to be.
One last look into the 50, and he kicks it into the pocket. Oh, McKay got up. He's got the free. He's got the free, Big Harry. Yeah. Convinced umpire Sam Hay to have a look at the scoreboard. Funny, he wouldn't. McKay, critical kick. Oh, what a time to stand up for his third goal.
Distracted by his boot flying off. But how good's this, though? He summed up the moment, goes back and finishes. That shows you he's got a bit of resilience in him, Durham, to be able to handle that as a young player. His younger Carlton players.
The memories. Red as Simpson kicks into the pocket. And that might be another free to McKay. So a chance for Harry McKay to kick his fourth goal. Obviously career high. And he's put it through the middle. A glimpse of what to come for the Blues.
Smart game knowledge there. Knows that he's going to be under a bit of pressure if he rolls and plays on from the mark. In fact, I think Carlton are the second most play-on team from marks in the comp so far in the first 4 weeks. And last year they were clear-cut last.
Well, Derm, I think
wasn't it to Kerridge, and then Kerridge goes with a lovely long ball. Well, that was fantastic.
Trouble, but then Dale Thomas just saw Kerridge on the far side and thought, well, I'll just barrel it to him, why not?
We saw him before the game, Daisy Tom, doing that exact thing. He was practicing his barrel, so it wasn't just a fluke.
Can he maintain his perfect strike rate? McKay shooting from the set shot. He does just what they needed.
Look at he has another shot on goal, but I'm not sure that would have been his preferred.
Half a metre.
Sure, that's in his routine.
15 yards.
He's an exciting prospect, this big man. 200 centimetres, kicked 4 goals in round 5, another last week. And Harry McKay kicks his first tonight for the Blues.
Fill it in. Duday was dispossessed. Ed Curnow, long ball inside 50, gets out the back, and Big Harry.
I reckon he was off then.
He thought about it.
I think he got away with that. Isn't it amazing when you got even numbers and you get a contest? All of a sudden, Carlton looked dangerous going forward. Cruiser crashed that pack.
Harry McKay has kicked his second, and that is 3 in a row for the Blues.
on the left boot. Now, here's a chance. McKay waits for it. He does. He waits for it. He runs into the open goal and kicks a goal, and Carlton are in front. It was hard to call because we didn't know what he was going to do.
He's probably been the most influential on the ground. I've loved the way he played, and we didn't know what he was going to do either here. He's almost run the full journey. He's got players everywhere.
Him ignores it.
Got Cripps on the goal square.
Yep, on
Heppel.
Yep.
Dropping back. He might go all the way home. I'm not sure that's touched. It's there.
A free hit, a legitimate one. Cripps tries to break through. Petrovsky-Seaton handballs over the top. Carlton. I was going to say, kicked it to a nest of three demons there. And a 50-metre penalty means Carlton will get their goal. Big Harry McKay will go back and put them within 2 points.
It's a smart kick, though. Yep, run there. I just thought he lobbed it over the top, so it looked a bad kick off the boot, but Harry McKay had turned before the Melbourne defenders. He had 3 Melbourne defenders around him. He's able to just drop it into the hole nicely, so smart kick by Wright. Look at that. He made Harry McKay turn the body and go to that spot.
So well done there. Great kick by Matthew Wright. There's a beautiful kick himself. He's kicked 125. Got around. Nice kick. Oh, half volley. Still a chance for Simpson. Ball spills here for O'Brien. In the back, no. Umpire says play on. 8 seconds. 7. Gone. And he'll get that shot after the siren. 15 goals, 3 in his game number 7. 50.
Oh, it is 50.
Don't get into the fight, Harry.
And Max Gawn is telling the umpire, oh, 2 50s. Max Gawn was telling the umpire, I'm right on the bit of turf that I marked. So there was a really good discussion. Max is still looking down at the ground saying, but this is where I marked it. And you said I was on the mark.
Harry, kick it before they take it off.
Yes.
Don't lose the kick. All right, stick with us. We're going to have a good look at this.
Ryan Myers, big kick for him. He didn't hit it well. Curnow flies, free kick found. And it's a Blues free kick to McKay. Experienced umpire, almost the furthest from the action, who had the better overview of it rather than being blindsided. And they've got a couple in a row. They're on the way back.
We've really struggled in that part of the game so far this year. And so far it's 5-zip.
Yeah, and 9-3 the clearances overall. So if you're winning the clearances, it means you've got first use of the footy going forward. You've got to get some value on the scoreboard. They've finally been able to do that. Again, it hasn't come from particularly pretty kicks going forward, but the Geelong defence has felt a little bit exposed with that quick high ball.
Just beyond the 50. He chips it in now to McKay, sliding in.
Great kicks going inside 50 in that second quarter in particular. It's a much better pass.
Harry McKay with the set shot. He's had issues with his technique, but that is a very, very good effort.
Across the ground, well done by Murphy inside 50. What I've liked about the Carlton forwards, they're 2 young guns. McKay and Curnow have been able to go back, steal himself and kick.
The Blues have space here. O'Shea needs to find a chest. Charlie couldn't get low enough. Taylor turned it over. McKay back inside, back outside. A roller, a tumbler, a dribbler, a goaler.
Defensive pressure at half-back and then a quick transition. Yes, it would have been great if that kick had hit the target, and then Charlie Curnow lines up for a regulation shot from 40 out. That's the sort of pass that great to see. But the follow-up and the work from Harry McKay was outstanding.
28 minutes, but they've got their first goal.
Now needs to hit a target. Chips it, McKay.
You've got to be there when the crumb hits the ground. You're the one that's got to be first onto it, and then persistence paid off for him.
See if he can overcome these yips from the set shots. That is a spear straight over the goal umpire's head.
Very, very consistent in front of goal. We know he had a bit of a brain fade earlier in the day, but gee, there's nothing wrong with this kick technically, surely.
It waves around a bit. I'm not as bullish as you about the kicking style. It needs a bit of refinement.
Heads wide. McKay pushed in the back. And he's a little further out, but he is within range.
He's attacking the football. He's kicked Carlton's only 2 goals, a chance to kick their 3rd here.
Well, he's a pick 10. It's his 3rd year on the list. And this might be a coming-of-age game. He's got 3, and the Blues have huge hope.
Well, I'm not sure whether he's heard you, Jason. There's the big push out. Phil Davis won't be overly thrilled with that. But a better ball drop, not as much wavering. Maybe he heard you at quarter time, Jason, when you lean over and said, "Can you hear me, Harry?"
He's a good size, and if he keeps
in his hands.
Second mark, 3rd kick.
He's going to drill it in low, looking for McKay. Rising high in the forward pocket.
To themselves, but getting some really good synergy too, Dermot. So I think we're going to agree to disagree.
Great second time they've gone to each other.
Great game last week with 3 goals to his name. And now the Blues have got the first 2 this afternoon.
It's a great start from the Carlton team. You can see the distance there and then the leading pattern. Just really smart. So Alex Pearce is caught out of position. He tries to break the angle or chop the angle off, but then he just ducks back up. And in the end, it's quite an easy run and jump at the footy. But when your opponent has got assertive position on you, to at least come back up the footy and engage him is the important part. If you allow the... Simpson read that beautifully.
Been a fantastic contributor for the Blues over such a long time. And now McKay will get a free kick.
Trying to do something to spoil Harry McKay. McKay? What is it?
McKay.
McKay, all right, depending which side of the tracks you're from.
Have the shot at goal from the forward pocket. Doesn't matter what side of the tracks you're from, when you can kick like that. Harry McKay with a great finish.
You can see the talent in this man on screen.
It's a sweet kicking action, isn't it? Yeah, it's fluent.
Here's his free kick. There's the hands in the back, or the jumper pull, whatever one you'd like. Luke Ryan skipping away too much height. And that is a terrific finish. It's not an easy spot on any ground to...
4 minds eventually. He went to Curnow, who's trying to instruct his forward McKay where to run to, and he obeys.
There's that connection we're talking about.
Available. He gave Charlie as much time as he needed. It's a perfect kick. I mean, that's into an absolute hole.
Goalless last week for the 3rd time in 12 games, Harry McKay, but that one is right on the mark.
He just did fit it in through a tight window, but I like the forward craft. At least he's prepared to come back in him. He reacted quickly to football. But the goal kicking, this one I'm impressed about. Look at that, a drive through. That's what he needs to, drive his body weight towards the middle of the goals. Finish with a knock. So both Curnow and McKay need to do that.
Mullet with the kick, and here he is again, McKay.
Well, when he gets one, he gets two, or they catch fire. You want to get it on the scoreboard. Let's see if he can do it again.
McKay, we've seen it once, we've seen it twice, and we like what we see from the Big H.
He's half baiting McGovern to take a false position, and as soon as he does, he's got him. I mean, that's really poor from a defensive point of view, really.
But he stays in line with the football. That's what I like about good forward craft here. Yeah, Harry McKay staying in line with where the ball is on the ground. Ball pops out like that, you're in the right spot.
Opponent of that has to be said is structure.
Ball's given straight back this time. Bryce Gibbs might have forgotten who he was playing for there just for a moment.
And Bolton, this team needs to take some giant strides. They can't wait for talent to correct everything. Coaching needs to kick in at some point.
McKay slotted a couple of beautiful goals early, and he's put that one through the middle as well. So a bit of joy late in the term for the Blues.
Over the off-season, this side-on angle, look at the way he drives his body through that. Now, yes, his leg could stay straighter a little bit longer, I believe, but I like his body weight.